Yes.
They are very, very clear. Okay? And then the Act also, that's in Section 6 and in Section 7. In fact, Section 7 gives you the functions of the authority. Okay? And then when you come to Section 17, which gives us the executive director, and then spells out the duties of the executive director, they complement.
Yes.
When the policies are formulated, for example, when the policies are formulated by the political arm, which is the authority, the executive director is supposed to implement.
True. And I've seen the way they sit. The mayor sits at the top and the executive director sits somewhere.
Down. Yes. Okay. The executive director is supposed to implement.
Right.
It's also supposed to guide the authority,
right.
Because the executive director is a technical person. So the technical person is supposed to be guiding the political way. But in all local governments,
let's try to understand. I mean, all these things are written down. All these people are mayors. Is it because the ED comes in and finds there's a lot of portals left, right, at other places? She finds properties stolen, some of them by picked generals, or not even stolen, are taken over by people. Some of them are soldiers. Is it because she has too much work that she's taken prominence? Is that probably the reason?
Not really. You know, first of all, there is one thing which Ugandans were made to understand. One thing which Ugandans were made to understand was that, you know, the capital city, the KCCA, is now under the central government. So the Lord Mayor and the leadership do not have the powers. You know, that's what they said outside there, without allowing people to analyze. Nobody came to.
Let's talk about the reality. You are experts. You are in Parliament. You have the act.
The reality is here in the act. This is the reality.
So why is it happening? Where is the conflict?
Now, I guess and you know, by the time my chairman happens to be from the ruling party, I know and I strongly believe that the central government thought they had lost Kampala City for long. They had failed to take charge, and they failed. How do we handle this? And I think
no, the other thing you have to also clearly understand, this was an outcry from the people, because you were in charge in that sentiment you are taking,
yes.
That direction. Yes. You were in charge as the opposition of Kampala City Council, yes. And you were not seeing any difference. The politicians were in charge of Kampala capital, of Kampala
yes.
Council.
Yes.
We were not seeing the difference.
But Mr.
This
Chairman,
law is just a shift, a paradigm shift.
Yes.
A paradigm shift.
Yes.
People, this will be clearly understood by people who are in corporations, in NGOs, because we have
public companies.
Yes, we have a board and the executive director. This is what now is KCC. The difference
yes.
in those boards
yes.
is that in KCC here, the authority, the board members are politicians.
Right.
And of necessity, there are some kind of, it is difficult to tame a politician anyway.
Yes.
That is the reality that the ED has to deal with. But also, those who are aspiring to do this job of a board member, of a politician in the KCC, they must understand that the role which was played by Sebagara is not going to be the same role,
right, by this man,
or the powers which Sebagara had by that time.
Let's talk
is
about
not going to be the same powers.
Let's talk about the
my Lord Mayor is going.
Let's talk about the tangibles. Let's talk about some of the projected amendments, the things that your committee wants to amend. Can we talk about
before chairman comes in? Mr. Chairman, I don't want to agree with you when you say
you don't want to agree with me, but the law is there.
Yeah, the act is here. That's
you
why
disagree with the law.
That's why I'm not agreeing with you.
Hey,
one,
disagree with the law. Don't disagree with me.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you what is in the law.
I am using the law for disagreeing with you. One, the composition of the authority.
Yes.
I want to read to you again.
Yes, you read
yes, it says the authority shall consist of the following members. The authority.
Yes.
The Lord Mayor, KCCA.
Yes.
The Mayor, the Lord Mayor, the Deputy Lord Mayor, one councillor directly elected by separate ballot to represent each electoral area in the capital city on the basis of universal attack suffrage.
Yes, continue.
2 councillors representing the youth, one of whom shall be female. 2 councillors with disability representing persons with disability, one of whom shall be female. Women councillors forming 1/3 of the authority, such that the councillors elected under paragraph C, D, and E shall form 2/3 of the authority. 1 councillor representing each of the following professional bodies: Uganda Institution of Professional Engineers, Uganda Society of Architects, Uganda Medical Association, Uganda Law Society. That is
proceed. Finish.
Yes.
Don't stop on the way.
I'm not stopped. The person is not qualified to be a councillor unless he or she is a citizen of Uganda.
Yes,
That's section 6. Then comes to 7. Functions of the authority. Who is the authority? Who is the authority?
That authority you have just read.
Thank you. Now the functions of authority, because we are telling people outside there that these people are not a ceremonial. No.
Yes.
The functions of the authority which I have just read.
Yes.
1. To initiate. The functions of the authority are to initiate and formulate policy.
That's the mayor and his group.
That's the mayor.
Basically that.
Yes. To set service delivery standards.
Yes.
The service delivery standards.
So you now,
I'm
from what the ED
Chairman,
has started implementing, tell me the policy that she has initiated herself. Tell me.
No, she can't initiate. It's the authority to initiate.
Yes, she
And
has
she has to implement. I'll come to the authority. I'll come to the executive director. But I wanted you to know this because you're saying that the powers the Sebagala had by then are not have
they can't tell you.
The current Lord Mayor that and yet the act is very clear here. They have the powers, 1, to formulate policy, to set the service delivery standards, to determine taxation levels, to monitor the general administration and provision of services in the division, to enact legislation for the proper management of the capital city, to promote economic development in the capital city, to construct and maintain roads, to construct and the Lord Mayor and his group,
to build roads,
to construct and maintain major drains, to install and maintain street lights, to organize and manage traffic, to carry out physical planning and development control, to monitor the delivery of services within its area of jurisdiction, to assist in the maintenance of law, order, and security, to draw the attention of the divisions to any matter that attract the concern or interest of the authority, to mobilize the residents of the capital city to undertake income-generating activities and self-help community projects, to assist the city division in mobilizing the residents to pay local taxes.
Okay.
To register the resident in their area of jurisdiction, to register birth and death in their area of jurisdiction, and to perform any other function given to the authority by the central government.
All right. I think that's clear. Honorable Tinkasiimire,
where there is, you know, what is coming out? What is coming out?
Now, maybe, Chairman, if you could be patient, then I give you also the ones of the executive director.
Let's hear the
Did you read the former Local Governments Act? And you see,
I have been a chairman of a district.
Let's see about the
you don't have it in your head. I am asking you, did you read it?
I have many
concerning that the capital city authority, the mayor was a political head.
Even here, you want me to show you? It's here, very clear. Yeah.
in the function.
First of all, when they are making their act, you know what happened? The Kampala Capital City Act 2010.
Read it.
Okay? Now, let me give you, I don't want to read it all. Now, it says...
My dear, read the roles of the road mayor. Don't confuse the listeners.
I have given you the role. I have given you the role.
Yes, I want it to come out clear.
No, I have given.
But there was nothing like that.
Like which one?
Like this is where the
No, the roles now. You are only trying to... What you want me to give you is who is the Lord Mayor.
The difference is about exercising his political authority.
Yes.
Now listen here.
Now he's acting as a board member.
No. There's no
as a chairman of the board.
No. There is nowhere here. It's
only that he has been elected by the people. That is the difference.
But the act says it defines him as the authority.
Yes.
Says he's the authority.
Yes. It says here that an act to provide in accordance with Article 5 of the Constitution for Kampala as the capital city of Uganda, to provide for the administration of Kampala by the central government, to provide for the territorial boundary of Kampala, to provide for the development of Kampala capital city, to establish the Kampala Capital City Authority as the governing body of the city.
So it's the mayor and his group. Let's look at the ED.
It's very clear here.
Not every authority. Are you going to tell me that the Uganda Revenue Authority is a political
Thank
body?
you very much, Mr.
Are you going to
Chairman.
tell me that Nema
This is what has derailed us.
Let me-
Now everybody, when they
is
talk
running
about
like Nema?
no.
Yes.
This is a government. This is a
You
government.
refuse it, but that is it.
No, not refusing. Why do we want to derail our people? Why do we deceive Ugandans?
But
I am not part of this, and I will not accept it as a legislator.
You
If
must
this
go to the
is not
people and
authority,
tell
it's
them.
authority.
You must go and tell the people
I
that
am-
this law took away your power.
No.
So
It
what
did.
amendment
It
would you like to
did.
have?
And if the Lord Mayor went to court, he's going to challenge. And that's why I'm telling you,
And
we
he will
must.
come back. He will come back with it. Because the road man has not gone to court.
Mr. Chairman,
He's a lawyer.
Mr. Chairman,
And don't have
he doesn't need to go to court.
You
because
go to court,
the
you
authority is
shall
very clear. He knows his powers. In fact, he's just going to exercise his powers.
The only he can get. If you want to get his political power again,
Yes.
is this bill to come back at
No.
and we reinstate the political power.
No, by the way,
Okay, let's hear
Mr.
from
Chairman,
them.
I'm even not seeing a reason as to why we should even go and amend it.
This
In
is
fact, I'm
Spectrum
not
on Radio
analyzing.
One. You can call it now. Our telephone number 0414 348 111 0312 260 390 0791 031 to the last number reach again. It's not 0791. It's 0312 261 390. Yes, your names and where you calling from? Spectrum. Hello. Hello. Okay, you can still call in. Our numbers, I'll read them again: 0414 348 111 0312 260 390 0312 261 390. There's a slight problem with those lines. They are going to be rectified, and then you'll be able to call in and talk to us.
After the radio.
Spectrum, hello. Hello. Okay, that problem is going to be resolved, I believe, before this chance. Yes, Honorable Ochola, you're saying what's the problem? You said executive. What exactly is the executive director supposed to be?
Mr. Moderator, the functions of executive director are very clear.
Yes.
One of them is that to be the head of the public service in the authority and to head the administration of the authority, including division of public service. Public servants. Those are the civil servants, the technical people.
Yes.
Those are the team. The executive director is heading. And the act is very clear. It goes ahead to say to be the accounting officer of the authority. The accounting officer has never been the political head. To be responsible for the management of public funds of the authority and accountable to Parliament. Be responsible for the coordination and implementation of national and council policies. And the council is the authority.
That's the one that sets the policy.
Yes, and it's very clear here. National and council policies, laws, regulations, bylaws, programs, and projects. Advise the mayor and authority on government policy. Advise the mayor,
Yes.
okay, an authority on government policy, which is normal, like any other cow advises the council.
Okay.
Present the annual budget to the authority.
Okay. Let's hear. Yes.
Advise the authority
You
on
can talk to us.
technical, administrative, and legal matters pertaining to the management of the authority.
Spectrum, hello? Okay, let's go.
Implement lawful decisions taken by the authority. What I know, the executive director, I said
She
earlier,
receives the files for
I
action.
said earlier,
Yes.
the executive director
Yes.
can advise technically
Right.
the authority, the mayor, the Lord Mayor, and his council, and also when it comes to implementation of the decisions
What
which
has
are
been
taken
passed
by the Lord Mayor and the authority. What she will only do is to implement
What has
lawful. If, for example,
They
she
pass by
advises,
wrong.
if they pass wrong, she doesn't implement it. That is it. And if they are lawful, she has to implement
But
it.
she cannot
And then-
initiate anything on her
She
own.
can't. What she can do as a technical person
Is to advise.
she advise and also help the Lord Mayor, maybe in formulating some. Technically, she gives guidance. technically, when they're formulating a law,
Okay.
definitely a technical person has to, just even cabinet, the technical people are
Permanent
divided.
secretary.
Yes,
I
the permanent-
want
the
to-
permanent secretary.
I want to give you an
So the
example.
parallel is the ED,
Yeah,
the permanent
but
secretary, and
for us to say today that because there is that word authority and we're mixing it with the revenue authority, forest authority, it's wrong. This is a different authority. This is a government,
Right.
and there's a political head of. Because in a revenue authority, you can't revenue authority. Do we have any political wing there?
Those are different.
Those are different.
I want to-
Unless today, my members,
Can you
my
listen?
brothers from the other
I
side.
came here later and you want to consume every
Sorry.
airtime. You have mentioned about taking lawful decisions.
Yes,
Advising the authority
yes,
to implement lawful decisions.
exactly.
To also advise them to carry out lawful decisions.
When they're formulating,
Yes.
she has to give advice.
I want to give you an example.
Yes.
Recently, even if I am a Muchiga, I love Kabaka. The Kabaka of Uganda was visiting Nakasero and these other markets around.
Yes.
The councillors came to the executive director and they said, we are requesting you give us 39 million to go to welcome the Kabaka. She asked them, really, you are a political head. You read the budget, you passed it here.
Yes.
Where is the budget line? You show it to me.
Did she release the money?
She refused it.
What did
When she refused, they pressed her. She only looked in the budget line
Yes.
and saw donation to the Kabaka.
Yes.
The budget line for entire year is 5 million.
For the whole year.
For the whole year.
Financial
For this quarter is around 3 million. What she did, she only released that money to them.
Yes.
You see that somewhere, somehow, some politicians, because they want to please their voters, sometimes they want to have their way. And this is where the executive director is having problems.
No, that was perfectly.
I want to give you another example.
Perfectly right.
I want to give you another example.
Yes.
The Lord Mayor, with the entire group of the divisions and the councillors, wanted to visit, to make a foreign delegation to go to Kenya.
Yes.
To study how things are done. When they came to her, in the budget provision,
There was nothing.
the foreign trips were limited. When the minister, Honorable Kiwanuka, the Minister for Finance, read the budget, she said the foreign travels have been reduced. On the advice of the PS, out of the 6th delegation that wanted to go to Kenya, she could only afford to look for money for 6 people. And it is only the 6 people who went. The other balance remained behind, arms up in arms against her. These are things which are not explained to the public. You see, she's in her office doing her stable job, but they are not explaining this. These are things which are making the councillors raise against her. You see?
How about the issue of salaries? They're being given very low salaries, and yet they were supposed to resign their jobs before contesting. How did you do that?
Of course, the job of a councillor, even in the districts,
Yes.
they resign. The law is very clear.
Well, but why do you give them 400,000
You-
when they
because-
resign jobs? That's a requirement.
They are even lucky that they are taking home a salary. My councillors in
So they should resign their jobs and volunteer without a source of income.
politics is not about earning.
Just
Yes.
like in Parliament.
I mean, if you want to earn an allowance that is like for honorable my shadow minister for regional corporation, you stand to become a member of parliament. You will know how tough it is. You think everybody can become a member of parliament?
Mr. Chairman.
It is not easy. Hey,
Mr.
you
Chairman,
take-
Mr. Chairman, the ministry sets the minimum, but it also depends on if there is enough local revenue the council generates. They can get something.
And the other thing we also need to know is that it is the minister who is supposed to approve these schemes.
Yes.
The council is supposed to propose, but the minister is supposed to.
And there's no minister.
There is no minister yet who is substantive. If the minister was there, she's there. She's not 1 week or 2 weeks old in that place.
But Mr. Chairman, bear with me.
Do you think there's a need to amend this act to improve?
Well, I think for we are going to listen to both parties and hear the areas that needed to be amended, if there is a need. But if we realize that it is only a shift of the paradigm shift, that now you are a politician who is a board member
Yes. That one, no.
in the capital city authority. You see, the vision is originally they were running independent votes. Now, the law creates a single vote, vote 122. And the accounting officer for that vote is the executive director. And this is where we have a problem. Now, either you can say there is either a congestion in her office, that is her to tell us that the way the worker is, this is too much.
Yeah.
But if she says I can manage this work, then we don't have to do it.
But Mr. Chairman, even with the executive director controlling the vote, as accounting officer, I have no problem, because even when you go to the districts,
Yes.
the chief administrative officer is the accounting officer of the district, and all the sub-counties are answerable to the chief administrative officer. So even here, I have no problem with that. But for us to say that the political wing is like a board of directors or something.
Yes.
That's what
You don't agree with that?
I don't agree with that one totally, and I will never.
You don't agree with it, but that is the truth.
No.
This is what
I am looking at the law. I'm looking at the act. The act has never said anything, and the act here is very clear. It's
what it does not say is that these are board members.
No.
But in reality,
Let it say.
it is creating board members
Mr. Chairman, I think if
who are politicians.
if that's what was at the back of the people who brought this law, the amendment, I think they got it wrong. And I think they were ambushed.
Right.
And I think they must accept that they must give the Lord Mayor as the authority its full powers, because the act gives him. And I want to advise my executive director. She's performing well. She's doing a good job. But I want her to just stick to what she's supposed to be doing, what the law
Why is
provides.
she supposed to stop doing that she's doing right now?
Because I've been hearing people. I want to say it's a hearsay. They're saying the executive director does not recognize the powers of the Lord Mayor. I think that's wrong, because the functions are very clear here.
You know, the Lord Mayor derives his authority by holding meetings of the council.
Yes.
Are we together?
Yes.
It has not been stopped.
He has not been stopped from holding meetings.
Yes.
But the meetings are under the guidance of the executive director. For instance, I want to give you an example. Recently, the Lord Mayor and his council, they scheduled
The one to meet you told her.
8 meetings.
Well, one meeting was in Jordan. The ED said don't come.
8 meetings between now and September.
Let's
8
talk about
meetings.
that. Let's talk
No,
about
no, but like for
meetings.
example, the one between the Lord Mayor and the
And each
Jordan,
meeting,
it was wrong. It was wrong, and I want to put it very clear.
Yes,
Because
yes.
very clear here. It was wrong for the executive director to stop the Lord Mayor from talking to us.
we have to
Because the law is very clear
Our
here.
time is up. Thank you
It's
very much.
very clear.
That's Honorable Barnabas Tinkasiimire, Chairman of the Presidential Affairs Committee. Our time is up. Honorable Stephen Ochola, Shadow Minister in charge of Special Regions. Thank you for coming this program.
You're welcome.
Listeners,
Thank you
we
very much.
apologize tonight.
Thank you very much.
Our
for
lines
your
were faulty, so we couldn't take your contributions, but we'll be back tomorrow. We really apologize for that. We'll be back tomorrow, and we believe and trust that the lines will be working. Thank you. Do stay tuned for the news in English coming right up next. I've been your host, Edmond.
Let's talk about the whole